going to go ahead and get started. Happy President's Day. Again, for those of you jumping on right now, we're going to be talking about metabolism. And the main thing you want to know about metabolism is that you can speed it up anytime you want. So kind of just getting right into it. So one of the biggest myths I hear all the time about metabolism, or not so much a myth, but what's up, Jarek? What we hear all the time as fitness professionals, as trainers, as boot camp instructors, as gym owners, is a lot of people say it's a lot harder for me now to lose weight because I'm getting older, because my metabolism is slower. Now, yes, that's true, but also it's a lot more in your head. Let me explain. So, starting at the age of 30, your metabolism starts to decline. But it's not so much where it's really going to affect your results unless you allow it to. So once you hit 30, your metabolism drops about 50 calories. So if you're burning 1,500 calories a day because of your metabolism, now you're burning 1,450. And it keeps doing that every 10 years. So at the age of 40, now it's 100 calories less than it was in your 20s. When you're 50, now it's 150, and it's so on and so on. So that is not enough for you to not be able to lose weight. 50 calories is like eating a banana. That is not the reason why you're putting on more weight if you are. That is not the reason why you can't get the results as quick as you want to if you're struggling with that. The reason why your metabolism is even slower now than it should be is because you programmed your body to be that way for so long. And because of that, now you're gaining weight over time. Now it's harder to get those results. But the good news is you can reverse this anytime you want. So the two main things, what I always talk about, have breakfast within 30 minutes of waking up. This alone is going to help you burn more fat throughout the rest of the day. This alone is going to help speed up your metabolism, but you have to be consistent with it. You can't do it 1 or 3 times a week. You have to do it every single day. Have breakfast is the number one thing that helps speed up your metabolism. The second thing is to eat every 3 hours, anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. So I've mentioned this before. So our metabolism, let's say we wake up, it's right here. You eat. It will spike up, and over 2 to 3 hours, it comes back down. You eat, it spikes up, and you want this constant wave. Think of if you have a newborn baby, or if you had a baby in the past. What did the doctor tell you to do? They said to feed them every 2 to 3 hours. That's because of our metabolism. That's because that's how often our bodies need nutrients. But as we get older, no one tells that us anymore. No one's there to force feed us every 2 to 3 hours. So we train our body that we don't need food that long. And because we train our body that way is why our metabolism slows down. Your metabolism stays down here the whole time because you're not feeding yourself. And then you eat, it spikes up, and then it comes back down and just hangs out down here for a long time. And that one time you do eat, your body can't use it for the nutrients that you put into your body because it's using it really just to survive because it doesn't know the next time it needs to eat. So that is one way to speed up your metabolism. Eat breakfast, eat every 3 hours. And just kind of keep going on with the timing. It is so key. There is one little experiment I did, I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago. Don't try this at home, but it was during the holidays and I just wanted to play around with the timing of the way I ate. So there was at least one meal every single day where it wasn't healthy. I would throw in like a cookie, I might throw in a piece of candy, whatever it may be. But when I ate it, I made sure it was within the nutrient timing of when I was supposed to eat. For example, if I ate at 9 a.m., my next time I'd eat is 10, 11, 12 p.m. So then I would eat at 12, but it wouldn't be healthy. And I did this consistently for at least 2 weeks. And what happened is I actually lost body fat percentage and my metabolism got faster. So it's not always about eating healthy. It's about the timing of your eating to speed up your metabolism to get faster results. Again, don't try that. It was a lot of fun, but it's not a long-term health thing to do. And again, if you guys have any questions about this, about anything, go ahead, ask them. I'll answer them at the end. So eat breakfast, eat every 3 hours. That timing is crucial. Another part with every 2 to 3 hours is you don't want to eat between that. So what I find what sabotages a lot of people is they will eat every 2 to 3 hours like they're supposed to. It's healthy. But then they unconsciously or consciously, and just don't really think about it, is they eat between those meals. So they'll have a healthy breakfast at 7 a.m. and they'll have a healthy snack at 10 a.m. But as they're working at their desk at work, as they're driving, they may scoop some peanuts, they may scoop some fruit, whatever it may be. It's healthy, but they eat that between their actual meals. And what that does is, so you eat, your metabolism goes up, and then on its way down, you eat again, so it comes back up. You don't allow your metabolism to set and reset fully, which means you're not gonna burn as many calories as you can throughout the rest of the day, which means if you do that consistently, you're gonna be putting on more weight because your metabolism will stay up here instead of being able to drop down and up. Hopefully that helps. The other big thing, so eat breakfast, eat every 3 hours, is to make sure you get enough protein in your body. So this is for a few reasons. Protein is the hardest nutrient for our body to digest. Meaning just by eating protein, our body has to work extra hard, meaning we're gonna burn more calories just because we chose protein over a carb or over a fat. The other reason why you want to eat protein is because it helps you keep your lean muscle mass as you work out. A lot of times people will work out, they get on our scale, and what happens is they will lose weight, which they're happy about. But then when we look at the other numbers, the weight they lost was actually muscle weight, and their body fat goes up. So it's kind of they're happy and then they're sad type of thing, because of course we always want that number on the scale to go down, but we don't want to lose muscle. So for every 1 pound, and so the reason for that, every 1 pound of lean muscle mass you have on your body, you burn an extra 50 calories a day at rest. So if right now your metabolism if you're only burning 1,200 calories a day, you could put on an extra pound of muscle and you're gonna burn 1,250. Put an extra 2 pounds of muscle, you're gonna burn 1,300 calories. And the more muscle mass you put on, the faster your metabolism is gonna get, and the more calories you burn every single day just at rest without even getting up from bed. So that is the 2 reasons why you want protein. 1, you burn more calories just by eating protein. 2, it helps you put on the lean muscle mass that you need to burn more calories, which the only way you put on lean muscle mass with protein is by working out. So make sure if you're not consistently working out, you're working out at least 3 times a week or at least 30 minutes every single day doing something, just being active. So if you're listening to this and you're struggling with losing weight, if you're struggling with just getting past your next plateau, what I highly encourage you to do is, number 1, eat breakfast. So we have one boot camper. I don't know if I got permission to say her name, so I won't say it. And she worked out for, I don't know if it was a whole month, but it was really close to a month. Might have been 3 weeks, might have been 4 weeks. She worked out hard. She worked out consistent. She's one of our hardest working boot camp people we have. She stepped on the scale and her results weren't good. Her body fat went up. She lost muscle mass. I don't know if she gained weight or if the weight stayed the same, but we kind of talked about her nutrition eating and we realized she wasn't eating breakfast. So all I told her, I didn't tell her to do anything else. I said, all you need to do for the next 2 weeks is eat breakfast every single day. And I kept asking her if she ate breakfast, and every single day she said she ate breakfast. She just weighed herself again. She gained a pound of muscle, and her body fat is now lower than it was when she first started, just by eating breakfast. So if you need to start anywhere and you're not eating breakfast, start eating breakfast. Another boot camper of ours, she's been getting amazing results. Like killing her results, dropping body fat very quick. And she kind of hit a semi-plateau. Just like, it was probably like 1 or 2 weeks, like she was kind of staying even. And it's kind of one of those things where what you're doing now will get you one set of results. But to get to the next part of your life, to the next results, you have to do something different. You have to kind of become more, you have to learn more. So if you're not eating breakfast right now and you start eating breakfast, that's gonna take you to so far. And now once you get there, if you wanna go a step further, you have to get more discipline in another part of your life. So for her, she was eating breakfast, she was eating every 3 hours, but she was just not eating enough. And she found a time slot at nighttime where she could probably add another snack, another meal. So what happened was, before she went, so I think she said at 8 o'clock is when she added the extra meal, which kind of reminds me of another myth is don't worry about eating after a certain amount of time. As long as your meals are 2 or 3 hours apart and it's 2 hours before you go to bed, you could keep eating as long as it's healthy. So she added one more meal at 8 p.m. at night and her body fat dropped. So the key, what I'm just trying to reel this into is your metabolism is not slow, or it's a little slower because you got older, but that is not the reason why it's harder for you to lose weight. That is not the reason why it's harder for you to get results. The reason why it's harder for you to get the results is because you trained your body for so long, because you have bad habits for so long. It's harder mentally to snap back into it and to get it going again. If you're eating breakfast is the number one way to speed up your metabolism, and you want to eat breakfast within 45 minutes of waking up. You don't want to wake up at 5 a.m. and then eat breakfast at 9 a.m. when you're at work. You want to eat it when you wake up. Number one reason. And then the number two thing, if you're already doing that, try eating every 2 to 3 hours without doing those mindless snacks between those actual meals. And then of course, number three, make sure you're getting enough protein in your body so your body could burn more calories, and so you could keep that lean muscle mass so your metabolism keeps going faster and faster and faster. Again, guys, thank you for those of you listening. If you thought this was helpful at all, invite your friends into this group. Share this message with them, because it's not only important that you get the information, but it's what you do with the information. One, you need to do it yourself so you get the results that you want. And two, use this information to help other people. Other than that, guys, have a wonderful night. I'll talk to you soon.